Hey everybody, it's Nick Olson, Chupacabra Offroad. We are back in Mother G, Glamis, California, testing out the new Tensor SS Sand Series tires. I've been a big fan of Tensor's products for a while. I currently run their DSR 33-inch tires, as I have been for a while, so I'm excited to see their latest offering for the Dune crowd. So let's get into some of the specifications, starting off with a lightweight 2-ply bias construction. These sand tires are a little taller than most of the competitors on the market. They're 33 inches tall, a little bit narrow in the front at 11 inches, 13-inch wide in the rear. Very competitive weight-wise, 24.4 pounds in the front, 29.9, almost 30 pounds in the rear. Design-wise, they have a patent-pending velocity grid design, which isn't just for looks. Tensor claims this design provides added biting edges for handling and acceleration, and also reduces drag and weight. This also is optimizing the mass of the paddle design, which results in lower belt temperatures and decreased drivetrain stress. Again, designed specifically for UTVs. We all know belt temps are a big consideration, especially when you're in the dunes. The front tires have dual apex turning ribs to provide exceptional steering response. And for the rear, they went with a 14 paddle design, small at about 1 inch tall, which they said after all their configurations and testing was the setup that offered the maximum performance. I've got these new Tensor sand tires mounted up on some Method Race wheels, 414 bead grip wheels in gloss graphite. These are 15 by 7 inch front and 15 by 10 inch rear wheels. The fronts are lightweight at only 14.6 pounds and only 17.6 in the rear. So very similar to the Method 409 bead grips I ran on my previous setup. So it's gonna be easy for me to compare the performance of the Sand Series tires. So now that they're mounted up, I decided to start off with about 12 PSI. Usually with sand tires, I'm running anywhere between 8 and 12. I used to have a little bit heavier vehicle than the Can-Am X3 I'm driving right now, a 4-seat Polaris RZR Turbo S. So certain conditions, if it's a little bit wetter, coming out here after the rain, I'll run as high as 12 PSI, again in a heavier vehicle. I think 10 is a good starting point. We'll get about as low as 8, but it's nice because over the years I've ran non-beadlock wheels. I like those because they're lighter weight, which helps of course with the performance acceleration out here in the dunes. And now with this bead grip technology from Method Wheels, it's just a nice added peace of mind that you're not going to worry about having to debead a wheel. If you're cornering aggressively, having fun pushing it, you can run as low as 8 PSI, get maximized performance if it's really soft like it is here in August. So let's go check them out and see how they perform. All right, so we had some time out here. We ran some of the big bowls. We went up and down Oldsmobile Hill, played around in some of the smaller dunes, did some acceleration testing, and it's been a great experience. Try out these new Tensor SS Sand Series tires. I really like how they look. For a molded tire, it's got a lot of style points. I think it's great branding for Tensor to have the velocity grid design. You see it all over the dunes, great branding, and the shape of the rear is a little bit more of a square look and feel when you're driving it. Not as rounded as some of the paddles I was running before, so I like the look of them. They're a little bit taller than what I was running before as well. Looks wise, I think they look great now that they're broken in at 10 PSI. A little bit bigger tires always look better, so 2 thumbs up on those. All right, so moving on to performance acceleration. I think the 14 smaller 1-inch size scoops is a great place to be. My Can-Am is stock here at 195 horsepower. These paddles are designed to work anywhere with you Turbo S guys, 165-ish, all the way up to 225 on the Pro R, so majority of the UTV owners on the market. Acceleration felt great, felt very much on par with the paddles I was using before. I think that starting off with a 2-ply carcass is a great way to go because some of these other molded tires on the market are much heavier using a 4 or 6-ply. So the weight's very comparable. That also makes it feel like it's gonna accelerate just as well. It felt a little more controlled. I think it's either the stiffness of the carcass itself or the velocity grid design. It felt like very predictable going in and out of bowl turns. And I would say the double ribs on the front were nice. It felt like it pushed a little less than what I was running before. So it's hard to tell if it's the Mohawk ribs in the front or if it is the stiffness of the carcass itself being a little stiffer than what I was running. But man, a lot of good things all coming together. I think particularly for the price, the value is really high on these. And the stiffness of the carcass, I think, is going to work especially well for a lot of you 4C guys that are running heavier vehicles or running vehicles that are loaded down with lots of accessories, cooler, that type of thing. All right, so final thoughts. I think these are a great option for you sand dune lovers like myself. I think they're going to be at a great price point as well. So good value, great performance, definitely designed for modern UTVs. You gotta love Tensor, a UTV specific company. I think this product, with the carcass, it's heavier duty, it's firm. If you like to slide around a little bit more, you can run some 12 PSI. It was predictable, is probably one of the words I'd use to describe it. But you know, we all want different levels of that now that we have some options. We have different driving styles, you two-wheel drive guys. So definitely check these out. Definitely recommend them. I think the dual turning ribs on the front help the front end push a little bit less than the paddles I was running before. Love the look of them. Overall, great job, 2 thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.